Yo, what's poppin', guys? We got some Marvel news to go over today. Yippity da da da. You've
Two
probably all
things.
seen it, but we just want to give our take on it. Yes, we got two things to go over, so stick around because end of the episode we're gonna go over the new Spider-Man news just announced for Tom Holland's next film and
The animated.
the final installment for the
Spider-Verse
Into the
films.
Spider-Verse trilogy. Um, but we've all seen the news of the Doomsday cast being announced for Avengers Doomsday coming out May 1st, 2026. It's just started production now. They've just started filming. I don't know if it will get delayed. I could see it not, but I could also very well see it getting delayed. Because like they've just started filming now and it comes out in 13 months. But,
Sure. So a lot of editing. And
yeah, and it's it's in a Marvel film.
And the
There's lots
marketing
of
run that they
CGI
gotta do.
and stuff. Yeah.
Sure. The Russo brothers are back though.
They are back. The Russo brothers are back, which is probably like one of the best things about this.
They did just create. What did they just make? Electric State.
True, their last thing was
320
very poor.
million.
Their last thing was very poor.
Yeah.
Very bad reviews. I didn't see it, but I had.
320 million is what it cost them.
Yeah.
It's a pretty stacked cast too, but
It's a very stacked cast, and they actually announced most of the cast, a lot of the cast, but not all of it.
yes.
Terrible announcement. One of, if not Marvel's worst announcement they've ever done. I was watching. They had a live stream of just actors' chairs, right?
Yep.
With their names on it. And I think it started with Chris Hemsworth or something. And then every like 15, 20 minutes it would change chairs. Worst live stream. People who were
There
doing
was a
reactions.
small chair for Ant-Man.
Yeah, small chair for Ant-Man. Of course, they always do that.
There were some reaction-worthy cast members in there for sure that people will get excited about.
Yeah. But the way they announced it was terrible, man. People who were watching it took 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes, a chair would change. And they announced how many actors? Like 20?
7 odd. 26. 27 cast members on IMDb, and I think all of them have been announced.
So that was a very long stream. And they were all going on about how this was their most viewed live stream ever for
How
an
many
announcement.
live streams do you have?
Exactly. They had a live stream on every single social media platform, on every different one of their accounts, on the Avengers account, on the Marvel account, on everything, YouTube, everything. And plus the stream was so goddamn long because they would only change the chairs every 20 minutes.
How's
so
it not
people
gonna be
would
the
see
biggest
the live stream and would click on it, maybe be only on it for a minute. That still counts as a view. The amount of people that would have done that because the live stream went on for ages.
Does it count if you come back?
Maybe.
Like, I come in, I watch
Maybe.
5 minutes, and then I leave, and then I join back later?
But I because it was so long, I would go on Instagram and they were live, and I clicked on it. That's how I saw that they were live. They were live on Instagram. And then I went to Twitter. They were live on Twitter. I clicked on it. So that's 2 views right there. And then YouTube. I went on YouTube. They were live. I clicked on it. So I went onto different platforms. So it really annoyed me when they were going on about how this was their biggest announcement viewership-wise. Because, of course, it's going to be. You were live for ages.
We also haven't had an Avengers film since 2019.
Yeah.
And that was the last... that was the biggest Avengers film we've ever gotten. I don't think it's the way to go, the way that they're marketing it. I think they're acting, or they're trying to build the hype that they had after Infinity War back up, and
That won't work.
be like, remember. We'll get into the cast list a little bit. I will point out some interesting ones. But for instance, James Marsden, who's played Cyclops in the X-Men, he's coming back.
Yeah.
That could have been
Like,
a
this is
really
the
nice surprise.
Yeah. Like, why announce something like that?
Why? Is it? And then, so, yeah. For what reason? If they had done that with Tom Holland's Far From Home, No Way Home,
with
Andrew and Toby,
yeah,
like, what kind of hype could they have built for this?
Mm.
And then with Gambit, for instance, after coming off the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, probably the most exciting character out of it. What people want to see the most out of after it's perhaps Blade, if you're a Blade fan, but what's his name? Gambit. What's his actor? Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
Like, we've been waiting for Channing Tatum in the Gambit movie forever.
Yeah, forever.
So, I don't know. I think it's a wasted opportunity.
I think so too.
It loses hope. So we'll start.
With the cast, obviously, the big one that
Got announced.
Marvel's really milking.
Mhm.
Robert Downey Jr. is back playing Victor Doom.
Victor Von Doom.
Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
Victor Von Doom. Doctor Doom himself.
So
I'm excited to see how they do it.
Yeah. Will
Obviously,
he
it is a
be?
cheap move, but it can still work. I do believe it can still work, and I
It'll
mean
depend on how they do it.
that's what I
Is
mean.
he a variant who is just Doctor Doom, or is he a Tony Stark who's gone evil?
I think he,
I,
yeah,
I think they told us what it is. I'm not.
yeah,
I feel like it's not. People aren't happy with it. I think it's that he's a bad Tony Stark. I think I saw somebody say that. I could be
yeah.
wrong.
It'll be interesting to see how they
It'll all
do
be
it. It'll
rumors.
all come down to how they do it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait. But it is like you just look at that, you see, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is back. The face of Marvel of the MCU is back playing the next villain of the next Avengers
After
films.
we've had only unsuccessful films.
Yeah, they bring back the face of the MCU for the past decade.
No Way Home was successful, but you can make the argument Sony, like it was. Yeah, it's a successful MCU film, but it doesn't make a lot of money for Disney.
Yeah, no.
Disney get, I think, only the toys and like a little bit of a percentage of revenue.
Yeah.
But it's mostly toys and stuff that they got off
And
Spider-Man.
they're just also very lucky with Spider-Man. Spider-Man's
Yeah.
that character in Marvel where everyone likes.
Sure, but what was the last MCU film that broke 700 mil easy?
And honestly, might have been Wakanda Forever, which was a while ago now. Might have been.
Besides Deadpool and Wolverine,
Besides Devil and Wolverine.
which again, like
That
doesn't
again
isn't
doesn't do anything
really
for the MCU.
no.
just
It's
yet.
more of like that was more of a farewell to the
Yeah,
X-Men, that
exactly.
which is redundant because
Yeah,
we're getting them back.
now. We'll get into this cast because there's a lot like
Yeah.
there is like a lot. There's a lot of just random ones you'd not expect would get announced just in a video like that. Obviously, Pedro Pascal's gonna
Yep.
be in it as Reed Richards. We got all of the
Fantastic
new
Four.
F4s. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Chris Hemsworth as Thor. So you know the ones we would expect. Anthony Mackie now, obviously, as Sam Wilson, Sebastian Stan, Bucky, Ebon Moss,
I think that's
Ben Grimm, yeah, you
Yep.
know. Shang-Chi's back in it. He's back.
Yes.
Simu Liu.
we haven't seen him in a while.
We haven't
It's
seen
been
him in a
so
very
long.
Yeah.
2017?
Yeah, crazy.
Was
Very
it
long time.
2018?
Yeah, something like that. Very long time. Florence Pugh.
Yep.
Lewis Pullman as
Century, is that?
Robert Reynolds.
Yeah, so that's the Century. So
yeah.
he's the villain. He will. See, a little bit of a spoiler. Okay, so this spoils half of Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that's
Sentry's
what
not
yeah.
gonna die.
Yeah.
Florence
yeah,
Pugh's not
yeah.
gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
Bad Captain America.
But also, someone
like,
dying doesn't even mean they're dead anymore.
well, that's true too. They can just do a whole battleground
Exactly.
stuff where they can throw in whoever. So, I think Taskmaster's in here from the Black Widow movie,
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
which I think she's dead. She never leaves that room. And I like Taskmaster as a character, and if they reintroduce her in Battlegrounds and do the character well, I'll be like, okay, comic book Chris Masters, he can just copy things, right? Like he sees you fight, he can then mimic it. Like great, it's a great character. They could do well with it. They fuck it up. The Black Widow movie, but so we like obviously they're not going to kill any of the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four, sure, we know that's not going to happen.
No, definitely not the first one.
Thunderbolts. There's no stakes anymore. Not until next year.
Yeah, no, there's not. And now we're just gonna be watching it, knowing it's all safe. And everything, so much media nowadays with these big franchises. You watch something and you just know the main character is not gonna die, and it takes so much excitement out of it, like so much sitting on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
Winston Duke as
Mbabu.
Yep,
He's fantastic.
he
I
is
love him.
fantastic. Tom
He's a great
Hiddleston's
actor.
back as Loki, of
Yeah.
course.
We reckon Tree Loki from season 2.
Yeah. Oh, and he's back. Patrick Stewart's back.
Patrick Stewart. Are they going to kill him this time?
I know. Yeah. So
Why does he
that's,
want to be back? Why couldn't they bring back the young versions? Jason, McAvoy, and the other one.
Yeah, that's yeah.
We'll probably see them eventually.
Please make this. Don't make him match any silly.
I felt so bad for Patrick Stewart in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah. Who is? I just saw this. James Marsden. Oh yeah, we're talking about
Cyclops.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We've
crazy.
got Nightcrawler. He's the Nightcrawler actor. He'll be back. I'm not sure what his name is. I forget.
But yeah, Mystique's back. She's back.
Yeah, not Jennifer Lawrence Mystique, other
No,
Mystique.
yeah. Alan Cumming for Kurt Wagner. Joseph Quinn, Johnny Storm, obviously. And
He's from
Hannah John
Stranger
Cameron
Things.
for Ava Star. So there's more, but it just doesn't want to tell me that's the top cast. Here we go. Ben Grimm as the Thing.
Yep. Ben Grimm is the.
Yeah.
Ben
Sorry,
Grimm's the
Ben
Thing's
Grimm, his
names.
name. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he's from The Bear. That actor.
here we
I
go.
haven't seen him, but I've been told he's quite good. Who's playing the Thing?
Yeah. Paul Rudd, obviously back. Ant-Man.
Yep.
Beast.
Yep. We saw him at
one
the
of
end
OG Beasts.
of Marvels.
Yes. Yep. Oh, he's the new one.
It's the old one. It's the same one.
This is the old one. Denny Ramirez as Falcon, obviously.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yep. Channing Tatum, Gambit,
Gambit.
which is just like so random to throw in there. Like leave that. Like
We're not even
nice
getting any
phrase.
like reset stories. That's kind of okay. We got. No, we didn't get a Black Widow movie, but we got her in Iron Man 2. No, we didn't get a Hawkeye movie, but we got him in Thor. Then we get a Captain. Technically, we get a Hulk film. We get a Captain film, we get an Iron Man film, we get a Thor film. Right? Yeah, I get there's a lot more Avengers now. We're getting a Fantastic Four film. Fantastic. That's what we want. We're getting a Thunderbolts film. Fantastic. We're still going to pick up all the X-Men. Yeah, we just got Anthony Mackie but as Captain America, but there's no team there. So we're going to have to build a team in the film, and then we're going to have to... Fantastic Four has a lot more to set up now. Has a lot more to set up. It's got to be ready.
It's going to have so much. It has to have so much into it.
Fantastic Four is just got to be like, okay, we're in the MCU now.
It's going to have to be very quick. Like, it's got a lot to cover.
Yeah.
Now this is probably the one I'm honestly most excited to see again is Namor. Namor's back.
Most
in this
excited.
One. Honestly, I think so. Namor was sick in Wakanda Forever.
Apparently his actor did something wrong with you.
Oh God, well, he's in this.
I don't know. Maybe it was proven wrong. I saw something about it on. They were talking about it on.
But he's back. I'm
Paramedic
most
Garbage.
excited to see him again because he was a cool character. in
Shuri
Wakanda
is back.
Forever.
We get Shuri back.
Shuri's back. David Harbour.
Yep.
Is back. Red Guardian. And
Who we will see in Thunderbolts.
Ian McKellen.
Yep, as Magneto.
Magneto's back.
Which again, like terrific, but
yeah, but like, dude, you don't tell us that. Just put it in the movie and let us be like, oh, sick. Like,
or
before we started recording, you were saying
give us a post-credit scene. Like that's the thing. We also don't have enough movies to have the post-credit scenes that we want. Like, there's no way to just. How do
I feel
we
like this
have
is really
Magneto?
rushed in last minute.
How do we have them in there?
I feel like this is really rushed in last minute.
Unless the Fantastic Four or Thunderbolts clears everything up and makes it viable that everybody who shouldn't be there is there.
Yeah.
Like the X-Men and the Gambit. Like, are we getting Gambit from Deadpool Wolverine? Is he getting pulled out of there?
Yeah,
Or are we getting a different
one.
Gambit who just is still Channing Tatum?
Exactly.
What do we? There's a lot of.
Before we started recording, you said like in Endgame you had the Earth Avengers, the Space Avengers, and
in
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Infinity War.
In
Yeah.
Infinity War and
Yeah, so
Guardians of the Galaxy fighting.
Infinity
This one
War,
you're
like-
gonna have so many teams.
Yeah.
You've got the old X-Men, you've got the new F4, you've got the Avengers, you have Thunderbolts. It's gonna be crazy. Like
We're gonna be chopping and changing. Like
it will be. It's gonna
and
be,
we'll all join. Eventually, teams will join up, but it's gonna be so many
It's gonna be
people,
really
and we're only gonna
weird.
have one movie of the Fantastic Four to
to
get to know
pull
these
it,
characters. We're only gonna have one movie of the Thunderbolts. Yes, some of them we've had the shows,
Yeah. Sure.
but that's if you've watched the show. Have you watched
Exactly.
Hawkeye?
No.
Then you don't know anything
Exactly.
about Yelena.
Exactly.
Yeah, and there's still plenty of names missing that are still supposed to come.
Still many. There's no Hulk.
There's no Hulk.
There's no Spider-Man. There's no Deadpool.
Daredevil.
There's no Daredevil.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, Wolverine. There's really
There's a few.
there's a
more.
lot missing. Obviously, She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk's son.
Okay.
There's like a lot missing. Tom Holland is like they didn't like
Chris Evans isn't named.
Chris Evans isn't named.
That's the other one.
That one you can leave and just give us, but they will announce it eventually.
They'll do everything else, but they won't do Chris Evans.
They'll
They'll do Chris Evans.
Yeah, they will, but yeah, they'll announce it. But it would be nice to just leave it. They don't need to announce all this. But there's just so many.
Is this going to be a 3-hour movie?
Probably. It seems like it's gonna have to be. The amount of people that are gonna be in it, unless they just show up, and it's just for fans who know who they are. Like, oh, cool, and they're
But
just
then what's
there
the point of
fighting on
announcing that?
side. To get hype, but they know they need it.
But that's fake hype.
Well, they don't care.
Like, okay, so are we going to get the Fantastic Four? Yeah, we get them in a movie.
No
this
Guardians as well announced.
Year.
No Guardians.
Yeah, that was another one. No Guardians. Like, so we've got, yeah, they're getting the Thunderbolts, which is great. Whatever, cool, we're getting them. But even they make fun of it in the thing. Like, they're just a group of people. How are they supposed to go up against Sentry? And now Sentry's there, so now they're gonna have.
And if they're having all these
It's
other
other
old characters coming back, they're gonna have Toby and Andrew come back.
Yeah, Andrews, I've heard, is the one that people think will be back.
Yeah, I think so too. But you would think they would announce them.
There's been no like build up.
There isn't. They're just trying to throwing everything at once. And like, okay, it's coming out in about a year. Guys, buckle up. We're giving you everyone.
It's not even the important stuff that we focused on.
No.
We don't even have Captain Marvel.
No, no Brie
don't have-
Larson, no Captain Marvel.
Her movie came out last year.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, there's a lot missing still.
What other movies? Yeah, so we get Namor and
Like, there's
Black
more
Panther, but
own-
are we gonna really get much of them?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like a lot of these people are
The
just going
people
to
who they've
be
been setting
there
up-
fighting alongside everyone and really not have any focus.
And now they've got to rely on 2 movies they're releasing within 2 months of each other to give us enough of a character. What if we don't like them? What if we don't like Thunderbolts? And what if we don't like Fantastic Four?
That's good. They won't be able to change the movie. It'll be done.
Yeah.
People have said that Tom Holland might not even show up in Doomsday. Obviously, he's forgotten now. No one knows Peter Parker, Spider-Man now.
Depending on the situation, Spider-Man should still show up.
Spider-Man should.
Get
Because
Miles Morales.
they all remember fighting with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Just no one remembers who it was under the mask.
Sure.
And obviously the scene we get where Peter sees Doctor Doom, and it's Robert Downey Jr.'s face, Tony Stark's face. Like, how is Peter gonna react?
Well, yeah, who's gonna be the first person to realize that? Like, out of all these,
exactly.
Out of all these important,
Like, they
people,
all know. They all know.
Well, out of all these cast members, who cares the most? Mark Ruffalo's not in there. But Thor.
Yeah, Chris.
But then he's just gonna be some.
Tony,
How you going,
Yeah.
old friend?
It's
and then
gonna be
he's gonna
so
be like,
weird.
I'm not Tony. And then he's like, shit, I have to kill you now.
It's gonna be so weird.
I don't think there's gonna
I
be an
don't know how
emotional
it's
attachment out
gonna
of all
work.
of them. Steve's not in there. Anthony Mackie and Falcon. Anthony Mackie isn't best friends with Tony.
No, like the biggest emotion
Natasha's
thing would
not
be
there.
Peter Parker, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
He's not even...
And why bother hiding
Exactly.
him?
People are saying that Peter Parker, Spider-Man 4 is going to be happening the same time Avengers Doomsday is happening, so he won't even show up in Doomsday.
If that's the
There's a
reason, then
chance.
okay, sure. Do we want to talk about that quickly?
So yeah, Spider-Man 4 got announced the
Yeah.
name and the release date. What's it called?
A brand new day.
A brand new day. Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out June 2026. 2 months after this. 1 month after this.
And yeah, right.
Marvel.
I did send it to you.
Yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day. July 31, 2026. So like two months after Doomsday. Brand New Day. I don't really like the title, Brand New Day. The Spider-Man, the logo looks cool. Like, it's really that old comic booky.
Yeah, I liked it. I
Original.
felt like it was very
It kind of feels like
90s Ultimate Spider-Man or the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah. And then we also got Beyond the Spider-Verse. We finally got a release date, June 4, 2027.
It was supposed to be out a year yesterday. Yesterday would have been a year of it being released.
Insane. It was meant to come out
Or maybe not
2024.
Yeah.
Delayed 3 years.
What for?
Yeah,
The
what
strikes?
for?
I heard that the voice actor was saying some stuff that people didn't like online.
Yeah, what's his
I
name?
don't
The
have
voice
no idea
actor
what.
for
Miles.
Miles.
I think it was
Apparently
just like,
it became very weird
stuck up
between
stuff.
him and
No,
plays-
Haley Steinfeld. He had asked her out
Yeah, and it became very
after she
awkward.
got engaged.
Yeah, and it became very awkward for them to film.
Well, no,
It's
doy.
just
She just
weird,
got
it's just
engaged.
stupid, yeah, What an idiot. What an idiot. I'll be 20 when Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out. How does that happen? I'll be 20.
Yeah.
How does that work, man?
So a brand new day. I'm just having a. So everyone's convinced that it's going to be on the Battle Earth. It's what Doomsday is going to cause.
Okay, yeah.
Which is, I think I've told you, like the combination of whatever all these worlds put together. So in the comics, this is where Secret Wars takes place. I think. Yeah. I have the comic on Audible. It's kind of, it allows their powers to be a little bit more enhanced, and but it's just one place, so they can kind of introduce new characters, old characters with new faces, change their powers a little bit. It is a reset button. It's how the Flash made a Flashpoint. It's you went back in time, reset it, so everything is slightly different, but just enough just enough of the same that writers is like, so there's still a Batman, there's still a Superman, there's still blah 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 blah. But now we've got new villains, or the villains that we didn't want to kill, they've come back. Or the villains that we missed out on, who they're a little too old, we can bring them back. So it just allows them to do whatever they want, which I get.
But like,
why announce all these people?
Yeah, I don't get that.
So a brand new day, I think, might be his movie taking place in the new world.
Yeah, that could make sense.
It's a brand new day.
Would Zendaya, MJ be in it? Are they gonna bring
that's the thing.
Stacy now?
That's the thing. They could swap. So MJ isn't.
It's not the.
No.
It's not Michelle Jones, or it's a different.
No, it's
MJ.
Michelle Jones,
Michelle
but
Jones. It's not the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the real MJ.
It's not the real MJ. No.
So we still can meet an MJ. Yeah. And yes, same thing with Gwen Stacy. We could meet a Gwen Stacy. They could bring back the girl. Like they could. Yeah. They could do anything. They could bring MJ from The Amazing Spider-Man.
So.
And say it's not her, but it's still.
Does anyone know
Gwen Stacy?
Peter Parker's Spider-Man? Does Doctor Strange? Or no? No one really. No one.
No one knows.
Are they gonna like? I'm interested to see what they do with that.
I do like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
I just hope it doesn't go out the window instantly. Yeah. I hope he has an entire movie of having to figure things out on his own.
That'd be a very good character development too.
Yeah, I think he needs it.
He needs it.
Tony Stark's boy.
But definitely when Peter sees Doctor Doom with his mask off and sees that it's Tony under there, like, I don't know what's.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how the movie goes. Are they going to write it as if are they going to try to hide the face from us until the end, until somebody kicks off the mask and goes, holy shit, Tony?
But imagine that. Like, imagine we don't even see his face until the very end and they've hyped up Robert being back. Like, that. Robert wouldn't be in the suit for the movie. He'd only be in the suit for when he's showing his face.
I am worried.
And, like, what are they doing with Kang now? They set that up and they can't just abandon it.
I think.
Give Jonathan Majors his shot, man.
I think Doom might. Oh no! Did you? I think I said there was an audio tape that came out.
I did see that audio tape. About.
Like Michael B. Jordan vouched for him, and we're like, okay, if Michael B. Jordan vouches for him, and then the audio comes out, and he's like,
he said he wanted to make Creed 4 with him. Yeah.
So, I'm not prepared to say that anybody deserves anything quite yet, but.
He would deserve his second chance.
If anything,
in the future, like Robert Downey Jr. got his second chance with Marvel. And look at what it's completely changed.
But he didn't have a contract with Marvel in the first place.
No, they took that with a lot of risk bringing him on.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Whereas if he had done it during, then no, we wouldn't have an Iron Man.
Yeah.
I think Doctor Doom is capable of killing Kang. Like, I think we could get.
Yeah.
We could just get like some kind of. Kang's a big threat, and then Doom's like, "Nah, bro, I want that. Give me that." And then just like does something and murks all of them because he's super smart or whatever. And then it can also establish him as a like powerful bad guy because he just killed the previous bad guy who was supposed to be the next big bad.
Yeah, and he just swooped in and said, "Yeah, no."
Instead, I'm convinced he's killing like Thor or something. Someone's dying. Someone big is dying, so that they can establish him as a scary character.
And guys, are we gonna find out why Thor was crying?
Well, yeah, I suppose Thor can't die straight away then.
Why was Thor crying? Because because remember in Deadpool he's like, oh, that's in the distant future. You're not meant to see that yet.
Yeah.
So that's something that happens. Deadpool in his arms.
Ryan Reynolds is getting some heat at the moment.
He is.
He's getting
It's not
more
good.
heat about. He was a dick to somebody on set,
Yeah.
to a lady on set,
He's
and people are just
like the
starting to.
last year and a bit.
Yeah,
Like he's
with Blake
really
Lively
been,
and everything.
He's really been under the.
That old video of TJ Miller, of him on a
Yeah.
podcast talking about Ryan Reynolds just being a dick to him.
Yeah.
Now it's looking less false.
It's not a good look.
No. That's why Ryan's not in this.
At least, yeah, maybe they're waiting for a little bit to see. I
Oh
can't wait too much longer.
no.
And if they throw Deadpool in it, he's not gonna be the main thing.
I don't think.
It's
What the fuck is gonna be the main thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's gonna be
what
the
is
main
this
thing?
movie?
Who are we gonna
about?
be following?
Yeah, who are we gonna be following? Who's gonna be the main characters? Are we gonna be
Everyone's gonna meet
following
each
the
other
Avengers
too.
now, which is Thor and.
Well, who is the Avengers?
Yeah. We don't
we've
even
got
know.
Thor. We've got
We
Captain
have an Avengers
America.
movie coming out next year, and we don't know the Avengers aren't even a thing right now.
Thor, Captain America. You can have She Falcon in there.
The Avengers isn't even a thing right now, though.
Do you want to have?
Like it's completely split.
Do you want to have She-Hulk? Chuck She-Hulk in there.
Ant-Man,
Ant-Man.
Black Panther. You say that?
Black Panther's not a part of. I wouldn't say he's part of the. Like I want.
Yeah, true.
Because she's the leader of the country.
Yeah, sure. Like yeah.
Shuri's the leader of the country. You have the Thunderbolts. You have the Fantastic Four. And you have the X-Men. How many does it actually leave? Like 5 people?
Miss Marvel.
She's not in the movie.
Well, announced yet.
Sure.
It's weird, man. I really don't know what they're
Is
doing.
Thor
with
going to
it.
be the leader? Or, I mean, Anthony. I don't
he's
think
now
Anthony...
the OG. Thor's the OG now. But I think Thor is the leader. Thor can't lead.
Yeah, but the last Thor film, how well did that do? Thor's not going to be the main guy, not at the moment.
Yeah, no. It's weird, man. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Maybe just one more year, giving us.
Yeah, it's coming too quick. They need to set up more. They have so much more to set up. We don't
Give
even have
us,
an Avengers. Avengers isn't a group at the moment anymore. I saw that in the latest Captain America movie. You know, obviously, President wanted to get the Avengers back under the government, and that obviously didn't work out. So again, where do they start from?
Actually, like
They don't have enough. They don't have time to set this up.
And the Thunderbolts was like a pretty shit team. They're all humans except for Sentry.
They needed a movie before Doomsday.
Borderline and God.
They needed Avengers movie before Doomsday.
I was just thinking, I just
like
couldn't
they
think
need the Age of Ultron for this. Like
Yeah.
Doomsday's
Yeah, no,
the
no,
Infinity
exactly.
War, and then
Exactly.
Secret Wars will be the Endgame. They need
Or
they need the Age of Ultron.
Or just even like the Loki. You need like that underling of Doctor Doom.
Yeah,
You need that like
yeah,
who's Doctor Doom's like bitch, like
Yeah.
right hand. That's who you
Yeah.
need to send in.
yeah. And
For
that's
us
why
to
you have
have
that first movie, and then you move on to him.
Yeah.
In Doomsday and then Secret Wars, like we need something before Doomsday. Like they got way too much to set up. I feel.
What they could have done as well is had that movie right, not announce anybody, and then halfway through the movie have the Fantastic Four show up.
Yeah.
With the Avengers, and then maybe
They have
we have a
everyone in this
post-credit
movie.
scene of the Thunderbolts or something,
Yeah.
and then
And that
or
leads
the
into Doomsday.
X-Men, or like the Fantastic Four and the X-Men join up together in this Avengers film at the end of it or whatever.
So like Age of Ultron to Infinity War to Endgame did it so goddamn well.
So yeah, we have the original 6, and then we have Wanda and Quicksilver. Then Wanda dies, but we have Vision. In between those, we have like 6 movies.
Yeah,
We have
exactly.
Doctor Strange. We have Black
Exactly.
Panther. We have Ant-Man. We have Miss Marvel. Yeah, Miss Marvel.
Did Doctor Strange get announced?
Yeah.
he did.
Benedict and Wong did too.
And Wong. Okay.
So yeah, half the Doctor Strange cast is mentioned. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. I'm worried actually. Now
It's
that
gonna
we've
be
talked
messy.
about it, I'm actually worried about it. Before I was kind of like excited, it's going to be good. But now that I've actually thought about it, it's going to be very messy. Like they got a lot to do.
Is it gonna be a 3-hour film of just
It
learning?
has to be.
and
But like
relearning
it's
people?
one of the big ones. Like it's Doomsday. This is the Infinity War,
We've,
and they
we've-
haven't
we've
set
set-
anything up.
No.
They have nothing set up. Not nothing. Literally nothing. They have so many more characters still to introduce and.
We
build
haven't
us
seen
with.
Shuri since 2022.
Yeah. How's Namor gonna be back in this? And
Yeah, what is he
He's
gonna
a
do?
villain.
Is he a good guy?
no, exactly like
So that thing, I think I know what they're doing there. They're setting up a Namor and Invisible Woman thing. He loves her. Namor loves Invisible Woman. There's a whole plot about it.
right.
Yeah, there's a whole
I
thing.
think I've heard about that.
It's a whole thing in Marvel Rivals. It's funny.
Yeah, right. But then, like, you Guardians as well.
Yeah, we're gonna get the Guardians. Probably not. Probably be an Earth. We were probably going to see the Guardians
Forever.
until we have Endgame again.
Yeah. Secret
But-
Wars. Which
Yeah.
Secret Wars comes out in 2 years. Like, when it was 2 years out from Endgame, we had so much set up. We knew the direction it was going.
Yeah, Endgame was out a year out from Infinity War.
Exactly.
But everything was set up.
Exactly.
And Infinity War was a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Like, probably
It's
the biggest cliffhanger.
one of in Marvel.
I'd put it up there in cinema. Only because of the size of the MCU at the time.
Because of the size and, yeah, MC was at its peak, sure.
Like, think, like, when you
Like
watched
what?
Infinity War in that cinema and everybody fucking died, you're like,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
It was
And
bad.
we only have to wait a year.
Which I get. But you're not building any
Yeah,
anticipation.
there's nothing
you're not,
like that for this.
You're not giving us time to fall in love with characters. You're banking that we're going to like the entire Fantastic Four. You're banking that we're going to like all of the Thunderbolts. Yelena wasn't that... Black Widow wasn't that big. And Yelena was fine in Hawkeye, but I don't think many people watched Hawkeye.
No. I've only watched parts of Loki.
Winter Soldier was
She-Hulk.
fine. Captain America... what's his name? Jonathan... Not Jonathan. I don't know. The new Captain America from Thunderbolts.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Like evil Captain America.
he's
Dark
Kurt
Captain
Russell's son.
America. Oh, okay, I noticed that. I noticed his last name was Russell.
He's also in 22 Jump Street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, with Channing Tatum.
Yeah. Yeah, he's Channing Tatum's football friend in
Yes, yes.
university.
And they're
Wyatt
in an
Russell-
Avengers
Wyatt Russell.
movie together.
Wyatt Russell.
They're in an
Yeah,
Avengers
he's
movie
cool.
together.
I like him. But I
Sure.
don't think he's, like... No. He's not carrying it. Bucky's cool. Sure.
There's still so much to do.
Thunderbolts isn't... Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna do it.
We'll see.
It'll be scary.
We'll have to see once we get back from Fantastic Four.
Mm,
That'll be... Because that's the last thing. We don't have anything in between, right?
no.
Fantastic Four, and then it's Doomsday.
And then it's literally Doomsday. That
Not
we
even
got
any shows?
Spider-Man.
Do we have any shows coming out?
Probably announced it. We should.
I
We
know
should.
Punisher's in development, but I don't think it'll come out beforehand.
Daredevil season 2.
It still won't come out before. Doesn't matter anyway, because he's not in it.
At least so far.
So,
Uh,
what are they going to do?
yeah, I don't know. Hey, it's sketchy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Genuinely don't know. I have
Um,
to see. I'm actually worried. Actually.
Yeah, are you guys excited for the Spider-Man film? We have no real news on that.
No, just called.
We're gonna have to wait until after the Doomsday movie, probably.
Yeah.
Like
It
we
comes
could,
out 2 months after Doomsday.
you can guess Venom from. Was it No Way Home that he left the Venom symbiote
Yeah.
there? But
Yeah,
that
true.
was
They see. There's so much they've.
that
left
was
behind,
2021.
too,
That was
they have to
four. That will be
Exactly.
5 years
There's
ago.
so
by that
much
point.
that they like set up and abandoned.
They only just touched the Eternals again.
Yeah, with
Falcon.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Captain America.
But it's even that has been kind of made pointless by the fact that they're going to, assuming they're taking us into the Battle Earth thing, where there's already adamantium. Well, there will already be adamantium. It's making this all redundant. You're giving us a year of adamantium in the MCU for then to, assuming, reboot the MCU to fit in all these people. At that point, what is the point?
What is the point exactly?
Is it just to clean up something from 6 years ago, 7 years ago?
My biggest issue with everything is just they have way too much to set up.
Yep.
They can't do it. But
The entire X-Men.
let us know what you guys think of how Doomsday's gonna go. What you think of this casting announcement. Who you want to see in the movie. And what do you guys think of the 2 Spider-Man announcements we got
are
beyond?
you excited for Into the Spider-Verse? That's even longer
yeah,
away.
Beyond the Spider-Verse. I'll be 20 when that comes out. 2027.
Have you even seen them?
Yeah, I've seen them. I
you like
watched
them?
Across the Spider-Verse very late. I think overrated. They're good.
I watched the first one. I
They're
fell
good.
asleep the second one.
Really, Across. So people say Across is one of the greatest animated films of all time. People
fell asleep.
glaze them. They're good, but
It was after fire training, actually.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I came home and I watched it, and I just.
I
fell asleep
genuinely
watching it.
think I like. I don't know. I was
They're
never
good.
into. They're good. I was never really into the Spider-Verse. Like I never gave that a high rating. I thought Across was good.
Yeah.
But people glaze it, man.
Sure.
But we'll see. You know, it's just taking so long.
Yeah.
Like it was meant to come out in 2024. 3-year delay.
That's right. We'll get an Invincible season 4 before Doomsday.
Yeah,
You can catch up.
I can. And there you go. Spider-Man brand new day, July 31, 2026.
Yep.
I'm excited for that.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, let us know what you think of all these announcements, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.